Well, hello and welcome back, or welcome, as the case may be, to Lazy Dog's RV. And this is where I do a little bit of everything, or at least this is what the channel's all about, what it's like living full-time in an RV. And sometimes we throw in a little bit of reno, and sometimes it's just a lot of redneckery. Anyway, I like to cook. I have this awesome little wood stove that if I feed it fast enough that I can actually cook on, and I haven't tried this specific recipe arrangement before, so you get to see it fly or fail. And this is just doing mini egg bite quiches. Yes, baking on the wood stove without actually having an oven. So, as I said, haven't done this particular one before, so we'll see how this pans out. Oh, and just giving you the heads up, the feathered felon is loose while I'm recording this, and so if she decides she's going to photobomb the video again, like what she did with the caravan, I do apologize, but so long as she misses the food, it's all good. Okay. Let's just say I don't make sandwiches with Miracle Whip while she is out flying around. Okay. Anyway, a little fun fact, the smaller the bird, the more often they poop. So her little 3-ounce feathered butt will generate a dropping, every 3 to 5 minutes. You guess where. Okay. So anyway, that is 2 eggs that I have, half-heartedly scrambled, and now I'm throwing in some spinach out of that. Yeah, I'm lazy. I am cheating. It's just the stuff that was frozen, and I thawed it out earlier. And here we go. So I don't know how many of you actually cook on a wood stove, be it, a full-size wood stove in a house, or sticks and bricks as us RVers call them, or if you are in an off-grid scenario where cooking on the wood stove is, I don't know, it's par for the course for me at this point. I enjoy it. It's kind of my entertainment. So Stella makes this really cool little feature. Isn't that neat? Okay, so I keep these things because the first thing that came to mind going, oh, I could use that as a parts wash. Yeah. So I just put in a couple little cubes of the, what is this? Feta cheese in each of these little pre-made cups. Yeah, cheating. I blame the bird. So, I don't know, that's 2 each. I don't know, maybe let's go 3. Just for shits and giggles. Dare I use the word? I don't want to jinx it because the feathered felon is sitting perch my right shoulder. So, never know if she's going to jinx this whole process. Oh. I thought I had everything already all laid out. Apparently not. So I've seen it done on other videos where people actually put whatever it is they're cooking right inside the firebox of the wood stove. Yes, I've done it. It's really hard finding cookware that will put up with that small of a space. And yeah, trying to keep the fire going underneath it. Yeah. As it is, it's the wood stove I've got is the Easy Bake Oven version of a wood stove. So, let's see. Oh, really? That's fun, eh? Anyway. Okay, I'd like to claim that this is skill and experience and all of that, but it's not. This was pure luck that it worked out like that, okay? So, now, here's my idea. I'm going to put these guys inside this. Let's see if I can very carefully balance. I'm going to make this think it's a stovetop oven, okay? And all it's going to take this time around is a piece of tin foil, and then if I didn't need two hands, I'd carry the camera with me, but I'm going to go put it on top of the wood stove, and then I'll show you. Okay. So there it is, and I do have the fire going good. I'm going to have to stay on it, and that's going to require feeding it every 15 or 20 minutes, and stay tuned, and we will see how this turns out and how long it takes. Okay, so we are at the 1 hour mark. Yes, really, for sure. And this is where this little project is at. So let's get a pair of these guys because it's going to be hot. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Apparently I didn't think this through. Let's get a bigger pair. Alright, so let's get these things, fight with them. So, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's see what this looks like after 1 hour on cooker. Well, the good news is it does not appear to be burnt on the bottom. And if grab a fork out of the drawer without deafening you. So yeah, it's cooked all the way through. Wow, that looks really good. So as I said, never did it before. What's the worst that was going to happen? You know, it ends up in the compost pile. Just to give you a bit of an idea of what kind of temperature that the wood stove was able to do that at. See? Ooh, anything nice? Pretty. Okay. And yes, the feathered felon is back on my shoulder. So I put an oven thermometer on top of the wood stove so you had an idea of what temperature the surface of the wood stove was able to maintain for doing that. And I have this one is strapped with a gear clamp, and this is at the top of the pipe before it goes into the double. And so I maintain the temperature when I'm cooking between that 150, I don't like going past the 200. I try to cap it out because, well, I haven't had a chimney fire at all. I've been doing this about 5 years, and I want to maintain a clean record. You know, some of us have goals. Anyway, so there we go. They are spinach and cheese egg bites, and it took, what, 8 minutes to whip them together, and an hour on the wood stove, and I was able to, you know, do silly things like get dishes done, and, you know, try and thwart the bird. Anyway, hope you enjoy. May your food bowl always be full. For now, cheers.